Glory to your house, the house of Apollo, where the echoes of legends are all we follow. Turn it up, feast your eyes, feel the fever ignite. Glory to your house, we burn through the night. We burn through the night.
So, while Stranger Things is on its cliffhanger break, I figured that while everybody's reeling from what has to be some kind of an homage to some 80s TV show, movie, or book, I figured it'd be a good time to re-explore something that happened a few weeks ago, all the way back when in November during the Stranger Things London premiere. Millie Bobby Brown had an encounter with a photographer that kind of sent the entertainment press, on its head. And then a couple of weeks after that, we got a little extra context that kind of broke down why they reacted so harshly. So if you know what I'm talking about, here it is. To most people, this is just a 3-second clip. The entertainment press, however, they treated it like it was a full-blown crisis. They wanted 11. They wanted a time capsule. They wanted childhood on demand. And instead, they got a grown woman with boundaries. Hollywood loves a child star, but not because they care. It's because children are easier to control. They're easier to market. They're easier to keep quiet. Look at what they've done to young ladies like Amanda Bynes, Britney Spears, Lindsay Lohan, and even Ariana Grande. Media is not upset that Millie changed. They're upset that she didn't change the way they wanted her to. Thomas Sowell reminds us that there are no solutions, only trade-offs. And the trade-off to becoming a child star and attaining stardom is oftentimes you surrender or you trade control over your own life. To Hollywood, a child star is a product. However, a grown woman with agency, that breaks the cycle. The smile was never about telling her to smile. It was a call to action. It meant perform. It meant fall in line. It meant you're one of us, act like it. And this time, Millie, she said no. And to top it all off, she did something Hollywood didn't expect. Millie, she stepped away from the spotlight. She chose a quieter life in rural Georgia with her family. This wasn't a retreat. It was a return. A return to values, a return to peace, a return to real life. Brown revealed in an edition of British Vogue that because Stranger Things filmed in Atlanta, her parents relocated to the Peach State. They didn't want me to grow up in that world, Brown said of Hollywood. I love what I do, but it doesn't define me. You have a sense of purpose within your own personal life. In other words, she chose family. She chose motherhood over fame. She chose well-being over glamour. She chose putting down roots over red carpets. And this is scary to Hollywood because she's showing young people that fulfillment doesn't come from attention. It comes from living your dreams and living them on your own terms. So maybe the media isn't mad that she grew up. Maybe it's mad that she grew up and that she chose freedom.